Everybody, welcome back. I'm Trey Rowland. X's and Knowles presented by Knowles 24/7. We get to look at another Florida State loss. Great. It's been a long season. I'm here with Adam Brown. I'm here with Kevin Little. You did it, boys. You figured out a way to lose to Duke for the first time in 2 decades and some change. Another brutal streak coming to an end at the hands of this historically disastrous season. Don't even look at the stats today, because if you look at like win expectancies and stuff, somehow Florida State they played like they were expected to win this game. You barfed up turnovers. You couldn't block Duke. You switched quarterbacks throughout. Florida State is a team. I don't even want to say they're grasping at straws. I wish I could think of a better analogy that's more perilous at what they're grasping to. It kind of feels like the lady at the end of Cliffhanger, except we've already fallen and we're reaching for Sylvester Stallone's arm, but it's too late. We're dead. It's just going to take us a while to fall and hit the bottom of the cliff. Anyway, how you guys doing? Kev, you first.
Not looking forward to this next game. Yeah.
I know you're not.
It's going to be an adventure. It's going to be a fun time for the brothers down south. But yeah, not looking forward to it. So we're surviving. We're making it through this football season.
Rivalry week. I know you're jacked up, Adam. How are you doing, bud?
Oh yeah, I'm thrilled to be here. This is my favorite time.
Listen, calm down. You guys are getting where there's too much energy.
My favorite night of the week now. Every week
there's too much energy in your voices. I need you to simmer down. Listen, we're going to take a look at this game. By all accounts, we're going to focus on the offense because it was another
glorious performance.
It's another disaster class, guys. No offensive touchdowns again. I don't know what else you want us to say. Multiple game-breaking turnovers. The defense, I thought, did a pretty damn good job with the horrendous situations that they're in. You still continue to get buy-in and effort from there. We'll watch a little bit of them, but you guys come to us to try and explain what the hell you just watched every weekend. So that's why we have to focus on this offense. And there is a new quarterback to break down. So Kev, throw on the film and let's ride.
You used to say, run that beautiful bean footage?
I did. I can't even
roll that beautiful bean.
I don't even want to use the Bushes reference anymore. They don't deserve a bean reference right now. Oh,
no beans.
No beans. This is all the Duke stats.
So I think we're just gonna watch a couple drives here, but you can kind of get a feel for what's going on.
Yeah, was this a Florida State's defense played that well, or Duke's offense is just that bad? I mean, I think all the conversation going into the game was that Duke's offense was pretty abysmal.
But they get no push up here against the light front.
Yeah.
FSU doesn't have numbers, but they make the play.
Yeah, and I'd say, however, I'm with you, Adam. I think a lot of it is that Duke's offense ain't that good, but the team, they did their job still.
Yep.
So that's promising.
I mean, if you had last year's offense, you win this game 45-7, something like that,
Yeah, brutal beatdown. I mean, you can see here Duke utilizing motion. I think that a lot of people were saying pre-game this offense looks similar to what SMU does. Do you guys see that so far?
I mean, this is a play we've seen so many times this year. This is how people want to attack this defense. They kind of run to the short side of the field, trying to get this boundary corner into the run fit. They do a good enough job getting to penetration here that he can't go into this with full momentum. And AZ comes up and makes a tackle. So.
Adam, looks like the game plan was to attack FSU's corners on defense, both in the run and the pass game. Duke had success last year, albeit a different staff, attacking FSU's secondary in the run game. Looks like some of that carried over, and I think FSU's secondary held up pretty well for the most part.
Yeah, they tackled well. It seemed like they wanted to go at Ventrell. It's a guy they targeted last year too. You saw a lot of that short side counter into the boundary because we've seen Florida State mess up that rotation between the safety and the corner. Really, in the staff's time here, that's been a weakness for them. But it played well in this game. But you had a size, skill, talent advantage across the front to be able to kind of control the line of scrimmage, and that played out. Why they didn't have a ton of success.
Good communication here, right, Kev?
Yeah, so they're in a little bunch set. So FSU's kind of playing 4 over 3. You can imagine this being a box. So he's going to drop. He's going to drop. He's got this. He's got this. So they do a really good job matching this coverage here, right? So you can kind of see the box starting to form, and they do a good job closing on it and making sure it's only a 1-yard completion.
Kevin Knowles bouncing back from that first performance. Nice to see.
And I think they see this here, so you can see kind of this double move get kind of open here, and you'll see them kind of try to come back to that later.
Okay, but 3 and out. Very nice start. Let's capitalize, offense.
Oh yeah, that's for sure going to happen.
Actually, I think it does this first drive, right?
Brought a little punt. Yeah, it does. Brought a little punt pressure.
Yeah,
Maybe,
throw off the punt.
Oh, Brock Glenn
Shankaroo.
starting. Up motion.
Yeah,
Kind
Yeah,
of.
it's not really.
just not much of a block. But they're running that motion to try to get guys widening so they can run this sweep toss play into it. Get enough of a piece of that. Get a nice 11-yard gain. Your best ball carrier, he probably had 6 touches on the night as a ball carrier, 7.
I'm okay with I go the workhorse route, man. Good things happen when you get 9 the ball. I like that. They schemed up a nice toss. Haven't seen a whole ton of that this year. Obviously, a look directly for Duke. Let's see if they go to it later in the game.
I do not believe they do.
No, they don't run it again.
Oh my god, dude!
They do run the screen again, though.
Mm-hmm.
In props, we have obliterated their screen execution because it has been abysmal.
Oh, don't worry. Next time they run it, it gets called for block in the back.
Yeah. It's not good.
Man, okay. I did watch this live, but I was at like a Dave and Buster's, so I guess
Don't give them more credit than they deserve.
Yeah,
Good
Duke
call.
triggering hard on the counter, and it's a counter off of counter, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Counter's the most unfortunate name in the.
Tollfield had 9 carries in the game. So
who got that block on the offensive lineman? Sealed off that guy pretty nice over there. That guy right there. Is that Darius?
Yeah.
Of course, he's hurt. Hopefully he gets better.
People like the upside of Byers. He moves well in space.
Yeah, it doesn't hit anybody, but he's running.
No, he's trying. DB can outrun him.
Yeah.
He moves for a guy, but okay, you got something cooking on offense.
Trying to run stretch. We get a miss ID by early.
Yeah, let's see. So they're playing games here. The kind of stunting.
His eyes are on the second level, and he's got to be taking that man on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, man, any outside zone stretch play outside the tackle other than a pitch has looked pretty ugly all year, right, Adam?
Mm-hmm. And this has just happened too much. I mean,
I don't know why he would even
guys in and out. Just
what is he looking for?
He's
like you got to know that this guy's got a good chance of coming into your gap, first big threat.
Just bad eyes. That's all. And you get 3 guys on the Mike backer.
I just don't understand how you just miss ID.
Why? Mo, what's going on, brother?
Well, look, I mean, Early's not been a guard, and now he's playing guard, and these things are going to happen. He's a young guy, hasn't played this position very much.
Well, Mo just straight misses the block.
Well, I think he tries to pass him off to the left guard.
Oh, he does.
Right?
The left guard doesn't.
And then he goes for the mic. Kill the mic.
Okay. Again, another young player, but it's okay because that guy's not going to make that play in theory on a stretch run.
Well, this Mike is definitely not making this play now.
No, I'd say not. But you gotta run there.
I just don't know how you're not prepped for
it's not
basic.
They're not playing stunts, to your point, Kevin. It's not an exotic look. It's a 4-man line. Those are pretty easy
it's
reads.
Pretty standard to gap exchange, to move a gap, to slant certain directions. And that's all they're doing. They're just
better.
You can watch them here. They're just slanting their defensive line to try to throw off the assignments. They do better, yeah.
Oh,
I get the continuity. I get what you're saying, but three guys on one is tough.
Late movement on defense is also difficult. I know sitting here looking at it from here, it looks easy, but it creates issues. Late movement creates a lot of issues.
I agree. I'm not even saying that I'm not saying it's easy, but 3-on-1 is comical, bro.
Yeah, that was
Like,
tough.
yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't have been 3-on-1. I mean, Early should have been out, and again,
You're right though.
misidea.
You're right. It just looks bad. And then of course
It
just in
does,
your
and
face.
it happens all the time.
This one kills you, dude. Because I did like Brock's quick trigger on this. Because if this is DJ, he's dead, right? With the full on in your face blitz.
I gotta wonder why the hot route here
is that far away.
Is a quick screen. I don't know. Maybe you're just hoping you can get it out there fast enough for him to make.
Probably because of the off coverage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's probably hot. He probably just IDs that
right. That's his read. Right,
and goes out there. Yeah.
And,
as opposed to sitting here waiting on whatever the stop route is.
And as you draw it up, you're like 5-star wide receiver who's good with the ball in his hands. Like you like
he's
that
gotta make the
matchup.
play.
Exactly. Yes, Rita Brown. He does need to make the play. I'm with you, but it's drawn up well. They get points out of the drive. They had some stuff cooking. Once again, we really there's stuff that we don't ever go back to for the rest of the game, which is interesting. But
yeah,
those first drives, dude, they're drawn up nicely.
Good play by Shaheem. So you're kind of in a cover 4 look where he's going to take him on any out. Since he goes inside, he passes him off to the safety. He comes in, makes a tackle. That's textbook, There's a good route combo versus your defense. And
Kev, looked like Duke attacked our defense a lot with a lot of in-breaking routes all night, huh?
Yeah. That's a pretty common theme. It seemed like they were trying to go after Finchell Cypress a lot. I think he got a fair amount of targets. I don't know off the top of my head.
I wonder if this will be counter back into the short side.
Yeah, this guy's ineligible.
Mm-hmm.
You called it. So yeah, again, they're trying to get the corner into the run fits to make this tackle.
Well, and they removed one of the secondary fits, so they made this more difficult for you up there.
Right.
Luckily,
by having this total unbalanced set, yeah.
Yeah, because we want a man over there.
The old neutral zone.
I don't know what that was about.
6 of them in the game for some reason.
Bro, you gotta adjust though, right? Like that's how they're calling it. It's
weird. But they gotta help you out a little bit too. Like
true. Yeah, like you should be able to look over and check if you're good, right? Same thing with the receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good interior pressure here.
I thought Darrell Jackson rebounded nicely this game.
He played well. Again, I think there was a major talent advantage against our front.
Yeah, big time. They looked about a bit as bad as Cal's offensive line.
Like I don't know. I think I'm saying that just because I don't want people to think like that's going to be. They're playing well. They're not playing great.
This is a good fill by Omar Graham.
You're going to start seeing some better offensive lines here soon.
Good call. Yeah, don't want to get no false hope, guys. They did what they need to do against a bad offense. But that is an encouraging sign of growth. Mm-hmm. Omar shooting that gap like that.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, he's a kid that got a lot of criticism early on, but you can see why the coaches like him. He's got the physical talent to make plays, and yeah, I mean they're doing what you need them to do. There's been nothing so far that's.
Lyons.
Yeah, Daniel Lyons
killed that guy.
I mean, how was that not a hold?
That's the exact same situation.
You literally got called last week.
Yeah, that was the auto hold, right? Yeah.
Look, he freaking drags him down.
I think this is the first contested catch of the season that was not caught against FSU.
And Shaheem Brown, man, he's playing hard.
Mm-hmm.
See them going against Fintrell pretty early.
All right. Get back on offense and see, but it's the thing that really struck me and what made me really frustrated is I'm glad I wasn't on the instant reaction is that Duke is visibly not a good football team at all. Like this was such a winnable game. And there's not many left of those on this schedule.
Pee down your leg on offense.
They're bad, dude. They were visibly a bad football team.
You surprised Mike didn't go for it on fourth? What was it, 4th and 3 in that first drive?
In the red zone?
Outside his 10.
He surrender covered 3 points.
No, I mean, I think he saw what Duke's offense was doing, and he thought it was going to be like a race to like 20 or something. Which that's different than he would have coached that a couple of years ago, even with a bad team, right? Like that's not him, right, Adam? He's a touchdown guy.
Yeah, that's why I said it. I'm a little surprised. Though.
It was out of character, and Florida State pulls it.
Yeah, so this is a good adjustment. So last week I noticed, and I actually meant to make a video about this, but it never got published. So they were doing this thing where this is the triple option look, right? 1, 2, 3 are your 3 options, or actually I think it's a quick screen here. But and essentially he was reading the defensive end and not like looking at a pre-snap, because if you get the pre-snap look here, you need to turn and throw it. So he's there. It actually looks like he's reading this linebacker. So they've kind of switched it. And he does a good job pulling it, getting yards.
Yeah, because Duke was ready for the screen. And
right, but that opens things up, right? Now Duke has to think about that. They can't just converge on the inside.
Yeah, good adjustment. Oh, that's a good tackle.
Yeah, so he collapses down, you pull it. He's not Jordan Travis.
No, but just a little bit more jukage. Oh, it's a nice play. It's okay. Hat tip to the Duke guy. Yep. Notes. People were mad about his chain. I thought his chain was really cool.
Well, not people. One person.
Oh, okay. Was it just one? Okay, never mind.
That was offsides. And I'm not talking about the defensive line.
Understood. All right, you go empty. 3rd and 3.
He's got to hit this. Yeah, he's just a little quick. Is it not accurate with it?
I think he dirts it.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell. Is it behind him?
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. I think it's by his right foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just misses it. But he goes and talks to him like I think maybe he's expecting him to continue to creep outside more.
There's a little bit. I mean, once again, young quarterback. The timing was off. There was, obviously there's going to be some turnovers in here, but you could tell there was some active coaching going on between quarterback and receiver. I do like the kid's quick trigger, and I don't mind going empty with him on like a 3rd and 3. Try to make the read a little bit easier, especially with a kid with a quick trigger. You can't run the ball. You can't run the ball on any if it's more than like 3rd and 2. I don't really like the chances of this team in an obvious running down. You know what I mean?
I like the play call. You just got to be able to complete it.
Yeah, you got to execute.
That's and they did last week. To be fair, Brockland did complete that play several times on 3rd and 4th and short.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. And it was an interesting look, that second series with like the options and stuff like that. Kev, we just going straight like watching them on offense now?
Yeah, I figured we kind of got a picture. FSU's defensive line was kind of dominating the front. It allowed you to kind of keep 2 safeties back. To really didn't have an answer to it. So
totally agree.
That's kind of the story.
More easy throws.
Smoke screen, the slot here.
Yeah, do we actually get that block?
Be more physical in this block.
Yeah, it's soft.
It's great in space.
Yeah, dude, you get locked out easy.
I mean, that's a much bigger play.
But it's the best they've run that play in weeks, even though they didn't run it great. But 2nd and 4, dude, you're in the money. Feels good. Feels good. Just missed it.
It's just a dog route.
Yeah, again, an RPO. You're probably watching this guy. If he drops back, then you give it. Thankful he didn't, because I mean, this guy just gets straight through. But
you don't like the route on that? Obviously, the throw's a little bit.
No,
there's
it's
not really
soft
effort.
to the apex.
Yeah.
Look how soft that is. Just allow yourself to get bullied off your spot.
yeah, this either needs to be a quick turn or a sharp route. But whatever this is
He's got to be more physical through that point there, and then make a sharp cut. You allow yourself to get pushed off of it and get shoved into the middle of the field and not stay vertical.
And he's not the first receiver I've seen kind of run a soft route like that.
They're just not physical.
It's an epidemic.
Yeah, physicality is not rampant in that group. Sucks, man, because you had to play there.
This is why, like, you can point to drops, and yeah, the tight ends have been dropping as much as the wide receivers and that, but you see routes like that, and you got to think like that just can't happen, and it's been happening since day one.
And that
just
kid,
aggravating. There's like not a, I don't know, is it a willingness thing? Is it just a lack of aggression? Like, is it a lack of investment? Like you're not invested in going and getting and running through that so you can make that play for your team?
yeah, there's a lot of things that go into it. Is it a technique thing? Is it an effort thing? Is it, like you said, is it an aggression? Is it a mentality like, hey, dude, I'm not gonna risk the hit for this team that's only won 1 game out of 7. I don't know what it is, but it's an infectious thing that you can see. And that kid, that sucks because that kid's more athletic than that route that he just showed. And then
Yeah.
now you're 3rd and 4, and your offensive line gets smoked, and the ball gets batted down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate this read. He's actually kind of open. But, I mean, you've got man coverage, and you've got a very clear man beater here. And I wonder the progression. So maybe he just sees this open. He's got good leverage on that DB. He throws it. But it doesn't help that your guard's getting pushed back into your face.
Yeah. Yeah, and credit to that kid. That's a good play by that defensive lineman, too.
It's not a bad block.
Yeah, it was,
Take that.
I thought.
Is he like sidearming this? Looks like a weird release. Maybe that's just how he throws it.
I think it's just a flick. Yeah. Okay. Hat tip to that line. But dude, it was really that 2nd down play before that puts you in 3rd again, and it's another 3 and out. It's like this could have been. This is where you need to start piling on points on a not very good team like Duke, man. Because as you guys saw, it flips on its head. There's just that urgency is not there. There was no urgency in the route. There was no urgency. This offense sucks so bad that every drive, every possession, they need to treat like they're never going to get another one, you know?
Yeah, like going for it on 4th and 4 on your own 25-yard line.
Okay. This is, and you guys confirmed longest run.
This is the longest run
of the year.
God,
How pathetic is that?
That is nuts, dude.
I think it's by 3 yards. I think the Lawrence Toafili got a 28-yard run on the first drive, and then that.
Yeah, that was a touchdown run against Georgia Tech, I'm pretty sure.
And obviously they like the look. Do you guys like that? I mean, the call was successful. We don't judge calls on success versus not success. What did you think of the call?
Yeah, I'm good with it. You showed that you weren't going to give up points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving up 3 right there if you don't get it, but yeah, you got to spark something in your offense.
And it did. Look what the very next play.
Look counter.
An unbalanced set. You can't see it down here, but there's no eligible receivers up here. So someone down here has got to be ineligible. It's going to be this guy. So you're doing the same thing to Duke, what they did to you, where you're trying to get this corner and this run fit. Is it counter?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like an insert.
It's counter. They're just choosing to block the front side because of where they're lined up. I mean, it's one of those deals that they anticipate the alignment. If that guy's inside, they're going to wash it and run it outside of Otto. But because he's outside, they're going to have Otto stay on that, turn it out, and then get up and wrap it up.
That's inside. A nifty little quick step by Early, huh, Adam? Not like the turn and pull, just a little like a little sidestep.
Is it the crossover? Yeah. So if he was going wider, he would keep going. That's a skip pull.
Mm-hmm.
You see that a lot with power.
Dude, it looks good. He looked good running it, and good job by him. And oh man, what?
Yeah, I mean that's why they wanted him there. Wanted to move him there now. Was a little more of an athletic player.
Is this on us?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a face mask on them.
Oh, bro, we were cooking.
Hands the face, maybe. I don't remember.
We were cooking.
Yeah, Cam's making some moves.
All right, guys. Man, I was feeling pretty good
running this
at the old D&Bs.
Yeah, I mean, you have a chance to go up 10-3.
Oh,
no, you probably don't. Yeah, so Brock's trying to pull this, and Cam says, I don't want you to pull it. And they kind of both fall on it. You're lucky this wasn't a fumble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But even if he pulled it, they're kind of doing this gap exchange thing where he's coming down and this defensive tackle. It's a pretty nifty adjustment because usually you gap exchange with this linebacker, but this guy's gonna be harder for a quarterback to see. So even if he pulled it, he probably gets eaten up for a loss.
Yeah.
It was a good adjustment by Duke. I mean, Manny Diaz knows defense, man. I don't know what to tell you. That's clever. You'd still like for it to be clean, though, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Give
Yeah.
Brock the chance, because you still might have numbers on the screen down here.
It's just a nasty execution thing. Rinse, repeat. 2nd and 14. You're dead in this offense in 2nd and 14.
Oh, they're running a kind of mesh here.
Super mesh.
Yeah, super mesh.
Super slow, dude.
Like, yeah,
Everybody's crossing. Yeah.
Kev, you got to like this, right, Bretta?
Yeah, usually I've actually never seen them try to hit one of these guys. Usually they're just looking here, but I guess he gets covered up and he does a good job coming off of it. I've never actually seen them go to a second read on like Sarkisian would call this railroad and not mesh.
Jesus.
That's there. He's just
Rushes
you
through
just
it.
can't give up this much freaking pressure.
Yep.
Oh,
Line
yeah.
buyers, outside arm. You just can't. There's no anchor ability there.
It's tough, bro, because you got 5 on 4.
They're okay everywhere else if he blocks. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And what's wild is that Glenn makes the right read here.
like at that point where he's got to turn, he'd stay in your kick step.
Oh, okay. Talking fires.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he turns his shoulders and he's lost. Glenn still needs to keep his feet about him. Watch his footwork here.
Just a one leg skip it in there.
Yeah, he kind of is falling forward. Half reset your feet and throw the ball in there.
Yeah.
2nd and 14, just drop that thing down to 6 there, sitting down in the middle of the field.
True. That's also good.
Yeah, situationally, not.
But I mean, I'll take either decision. They're both open. Just kind of set your feet.
Yep, execute it.
It's a combination of it wasn't a good block getting in his face, and he didn't adjust well off of it.
As with multiple things with this offense, there's breakdowns usually at multiple levels. 3rd and 14, need points.
I've been looking for this
down
all year, and they freaking drop it. They've been doing these motions, and nothing's come from it because they just haven't really done anything off of the motion. Now they do the motion, and he pivots, and you can see why teams incorporate motion into their passing game. It springs this guy open. See, now he's kind of man covered on him and just way out leveraged.
It's a great look. I remember that design is nice. You got a fast dude, but it's just you got to catch the ball, man.
I mean, that's a big play.
Worried about the hit, like the drop thing. I don't even know if you guys want to get into it.
He's just worried about running after the catch. That's all he's worried about. He's worried about running.
I don't really have a great explanation for it.
I'm giving it to you. He's worried about running.
How do you work that out? Because he's done that multiple times. They've all done it multiple times. I feel like depending on which receiver you talk about from the core, there's a different reason why they're dropping. Like he was worried about running with it. I don't know what's up with Kentron. I feel like Hakeem is more worried about the hit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you drill these type of drops are so pervasive with everybody. Normally, I always go, and I'm lazy about it. I think it's a talent issue. You recruit better receivers, they usually catch better, and better teams have a lower drop rate. Mm-hmm. But when it's something this pervasive, dude, like what? I've never seen anything like it.
That's talent's part of it. I mean, you've got to drill it. You've got to drill it, and everything that you're doing, every drill that you do as a wide receiver, they've got to be catching the ball. And you've got to be emphasizing things like the eyes, hand placement, all that stuff. Some of it's just in their head. They're in their own head.
Now you're yipped out a little bit. But maybe if there would have been a greater focus on the fundamentals of a catch throughout I don't know. I'm just trying to think if there's anything they could have done to make it less bad.
I know there is such a need to clearly Ron's not teaching them how to catch the ball. You see so much of these things out there. No, that's bullshit. Ron Dugans is teaching them to catch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
There's an accountability problem with this program. That's clear. It's so clear and obvious by the way these guys play.
Yeah.
At some point between the end of last season or even during last season, whatever, and now, guys haven't been made to do the right things all the time.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah, they've been allowed to skirt around some of those things.
To me, that's where I see a lot of it. It reminds me a lot of, and it's easier to see it on defense, where guys were doing things not trusting that the guy behind them would also do the right thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were seeing guys jumping around blocks to make the tackle because they didn't trust that if they took on the block head on, the guy behind them would be there to fill the gap.
DJ Lundy did that a lot the first couple of games. There's a lot of hero ball on defense at the beginning of the year, yeah.
And I think this is a little bit of hero ball on offense. I think it's a little bit of Malik Benson not trusting that anybody else would be able to do this job. He needs to score himself. He needs to get all the yards right now. And I think that's why you're seeing these guys miss the easy ones. I do think that they don't trust that the people behind them are going to be able to do it. They've got to do it. They're going to be the heroes. They're going to be the big shots. And I think it means that they abandon the fundamentals.
Yeah, I see both of your perspective. To me, it's weird because I do see accountability. I see trust issues through every level, and I think the accountability thing just manifests itself differently depending on which unit. You know what I mean? So,
I think I think it stems from a lack of accountability. If other people around you haven't been held accountable to do their jobs, why would you trust that they're going to do their jobs? I
mean, and also that dude who dropped that ball has dropped multiple in the past 6 games before this. There is no, you still get on the field even if you're not doing your job. So what does it matter? Anyway, let's move on. Drive completely wasted after an awesome trick play.
Little motion. Good little inside zone here. Yeah, he's coming off the edge, so you can't pull this and run into him. You might have numbers. I mean, you have 3-on-3 down here, depending on how you want to take that. But you should have numbers back in the box. And they do. I
think it's a fine read, yeah.
Yeah, Duke just eats up this double team here.
Yeah, they get you with a stunt. Man, they move a lot.
Yeah. That's how you get more out of a lesser.
And really,
front.
there's a run. I mean, there's a play there if 4's not screaming off the edge here.
Yeah.
I think he's going to pull that ball. I think it's a bad read.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
shoulders. Look at his shoulders.
Yep.
The shoulders return. You got to pull that ball. Stay, ride it, and then take that thing out of his gut and run.
And if he can follow you, I mean, you still have numbers out here. You've got a shot.
I always taught the upfield shoulder. Once the upfield shoulder commits, horizontally, you've got to pull it.
This could be a residual effect of that missed handoff between Cam and him, where he maybe just maybe a little bit quicker on the give. But I'm with you.
I think the late.
They're frustrated about that one. That's a 10 to 15 yard gain right there.
Yeah, I think the late pressure was the late change in read guy was probably threw him off a little bit.
Probably.
And you still could have had a run if you make the blocks up front. Oh boy.
Yeah, they're just big into this option game, right?
It's good. We've been saying they need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Brock Glenn's looking at here.
Oh, that's an easy pull too, right?
It looks like they're kind of playing the same game they played before, where he's blocking him clearly. So who is he reading? I guess nobody. This might just be a straight give.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is, you just don't have enough people. I don't know how you get into this play.
Unless there's an RPO component.
That's what I was thinking. But he doesn't look like is he
But if they're-
reading that backer?
It should be a throw because I mean anybody.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I'm saying. It makes you wonder if there's a. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't set his feet like he's going to throw the ball.
It looks more straight give to Kev's point, right?
Yeah,
He's
I
upset.
agree.
I think he knows he did the wrong thing right there.
That's the tough part. We don't have the call sheet to know for sure.
My guess was that this was a read option. He was supposed to be reading this. That there was a miscommunication on who this guy was supposed to block.
That's pretty damn aggravating. It's 2 in a row.
With big plays that were there.
Yeah,
first downs. Yeah.
Yep. I think that's exactly what happens. Watch Brock Glenn right
Oh,
here.
he is reading. Yeah.
He's confused.
And that's not like, so let's talk about the difference now because we just talked about accountability and that kind of stuff. Like, that's not an accountability issue. That's just a rep issue. He's not had enough burn. He's not had enough live game reps at this for us to expect him to be perfect.
Especially with the team that you said before, Adam. This is a defensive line that's not staying static. They're trying to change the picture on him a lot. So that's the growing pain, young gun stuff you're going to deal with.
Well, I think Landon Thomas is supposed to work up to this linebacker, but he gets.
Yeah, it's possible.
I think they're literally trying to take advantage of this misread right here and pull it here. But he gets blocked instead of him. That's my guess.
It's just a lot of you've had a lot of bites at the apple on offense in this first quarter, dude, and you only got 3 points out of it. It's just like your luck is going to run out eventually.
But I mean, that's also what happens when you have to play a true freshman tight end and a redshirt freshman quarterback. You're going to have miscommunications.
Here we got a wheel.
Oh, what a horse crap route. Okay. So again, they're using motion to try to get leverage. Look, he's inside. So you actually have leverage on this. It's just such a lazy route.
It's a bad route. I hate the play call.
Why, based on the good look that you got with Malik Benson on a similar concept earlier?
Why? It's such a long throw for Brock Glenn.
That's a good point. They ask him to do a lot of long throws.
It's a really long throw.
It is. But also, like,
the route's even worse.
This has to be a comeback.
2 really bad routes by him.
This cannot be this.
That's Jalen, right?
He shouldn't step on the field again in this game.
That's so soft.
He sold you down the river twice.
I mean, this cannot be the route you want him to run.
Well, you think it's a comeback, Kev?
It's either a comeback or it's got to be a hard out. You can't just fade back here like this.
And you can't really tell from what the hell 6 is doing either, can you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You got to fight towards the ball, period.
And I can't believe you're not giving a little bit of a stem inside here, too.
Right. Okay, to break down what AB was saying. Look where the ball snaps.
Just because, all right, so earlier Malik Benson ran a slant off of this.
Mm-hmm. Right. Reducing the distance between him and the quarterback.
You would try to set up something similar. So you're going to come like you're running the slant, and then you're going to break back outside. Get some sort of commitment out of the defensive back to the inside.
But instead, he just kind of drifts.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of comes out here and then
and just kind of chill. It's like he's very chill running his routes. I've noticed that.
I think after this is when he and Corey Fuller go at it on the sideline. Because then the effort to go make the tackle afterwards is not good either.
Yeah, that's bad.
I mean, yeah, I think that's a bad play call.
So,
but it's something you set up. It's something that you need to be able to hit.
So not as
worst route.
Not as mad with the execution on Brock. We don't like the situation he was put in, and we definitely don't like the route. Any issues with what he did as a quarterback, you guys?
I mean, he's seeing man coverage, right? That's the man beater you have set up. It's off this motion. You're getting this pick. You're setting it up off of something else. He just has to. Your receiver has to win that route. I don't see that as a Brock Glenn fault.
Okay.
I don't know. AB, do you disagree?
Mm-mm.
I think that's the
I
read.
think he's a little late. No, he's not. He's not even late with it.
It's just a long ass way to throw the ball, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that comes from being 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that comes from screwing up the plays before, and it's just
But the thing is, Malik Benson was supposed to be running this route, but he's not because he got pulled because he dropped this earlier. You just have no options there.
All right. Well, surely it can't get any worse. There's no way there can be another turnover after
Jones
this.
got a lot of upside. Like
he's quick.
Dude, it don't matter how quick. You got to get him to play quick. That's the thing. That's the accountability to play to the. Just you mentioned it a couple videos ago. Both you guys did that killer effort, like looking to actually exert every single ounce of effort in your body on the field. That route is not that, and neither was the one before it from him. But anyway, like I said, we'll rebound. It can't be another turnover.
Man, I find myself rewatching this and getting a little frustrated for Brock Glenn. I think people are missing blocks. I think are just blocking the wrong person entirely. I think it's messing up his reads. I think there's bad routes being run. He's not playing a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
I mean, when entire reads get blocked or when routes are just lazy and selling you up the river,
it just rubs off, man. It was just that that's them, guys. That's them coming out of a bye week. Yeah, that's what that execution looks like. Yikes. But dude, it's man, you had Duke where you wanted them for that first quarter. They didn't get anywhere close to scoring. You had like 4 or 5 possessions, right? And then you're down 7-3.
You should have scored on every possession you've had based on like chunk play opportunities that we've seen available.
And this is just tough.
This is an RPO.
Good punch by the kid. The kid hit him with a really good punch. I remember that.
So you're kind of doing a triple option here. And he's supposed to bluff this block. That's what he's supposed to do. Brock makes the right read here and gets something out of nothing.
Running back again.
Yeah. This is probably a give. He's
all because of a freaking stunt. Oh my God.
You don't like that on the offensive line, do you? Just it discombobulates them all.
No, well, yeah, because look, Mo's thinking he's blocking the 1 tech here or the 2 tech. All right, that dude's going to stun around. So then Mo kind of gets lost in no man's land for just a split second, and he climbs to the backer, who ends up making the play, knocking the ball out. Because his angle's off, because that kid's stunted, so Mo can't get him. Jesus. Man, sometimes it pays to just be lucky. This team's got no luck. They got none.
Just got just called the right stunt at the right time and didn't allow your center to get a piece of the one guy who had a
dumb luck, man.
Floyd Mayweather uppercut. Yeah, it sucks, man. And at the worst possible time, too, of all for that to happen.
You're dominating this team. Like, they're dominating this team. They are just beating themselves over and over and over again. They find, oh my God, I'm not seeing many teams find ways to lose the way this one does.
It's insane because it's bad luck combined with bad effort and like lazy execution. It's loser football and against a bad team. That's why I think a lot of people were so. And then what happens here? I don't think does he even see this guy?
So they're showing a fake
screen and go. He just runs it instead of eating it. He trusts the play design that that kid's going to bite, and that kid never bit at all.
Yep, they did. So yeah, they were thinking that these guys would bite, but they stayed really sound.
That's a panic play call for me, or in my opinion, by Mike. I don't like that play call.
I mean, have you actually run this quick screen?
One
this
time
game?
they ran it.
Elaborate
early.
on that. That's a good point. I'll elaborate on that. That's
You're down 14-3. You're trying to create a chunk play here. And I get it, but you've seen, based on things you're running, that you've had opportunities for chunk plays with your run game stuff, with the read game and whatnot. Like you're trying to get all those points back at one time here.
And they have been really aggressive towards the screen up until this point. Like there's a good chance you get this. It's just not.
You only run it once. You've run it one time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been the backside part of like read options and stuff.
But they're not going to bite on that screen because on other, you're not showing any read option here.
Yeah, I don't know why
what the hell is going to get them to bite on. It just doesn't look the same at all.
They should have been a read option fake.
So like you've run this screen one time. That's not going to get guys to jump it. So and your tight end probably doesn't do a good enough job
selling it with the route. Yeah.
Again, true freshman.
But this just feels like a panic play call to me. You're down 14-3. You know you're 1-5. You're on the road at Duke. You've never lost to Duke. You're trying to get all those points back.
But it's also one of those things where Brock Glenn's got to see that this guy's dropping.
Yes, he does.
Absolutely. Just throw the ball away. Eat it. Mm-hmm. That's a bad decision. I agree with AB. I don't love the play call, but I mean, still, you got to trust your quarterback to not throw it to a defender.
So out of all the turnovers, by far, that was the most egregious one on him, even though, once again, he has not been put in a good situation.
Yeah, the thing is, the fumble, I mean, you can't be fumbling, but I mean,
that was a hell of a punch, dude. That was more like dumb luck, like what Adam said. Like, you fumble luck in turnovers and carry it better. That's true. You don't get to be completely blameless. But
that's a tough ask on a quarterback who's not a scrambling quarterback,
Okay, so he's out. Luke's in. Did you guys like the decision to pull Brock at that point?
Yep. That's time. The first one wasn't his fault. The second one was unfortunate. This one,
you needed to just to give him an opportunity to go sit down and take a breather. Like it wasn't like, hey, you got to bench him because he's playing so bad. Like you needed to give Brock an opportunity to just catch his composure.
Because it was avalanching at that point. It was crazy watching it live.
God, this is very lucky.
Poor Cam Davis, dude. Somebody is always there in the backfield to try to German suplex him.
What is this?
So they're just working the overtake. This is great. This is beautiful.
But he doesn't overtake him.
He does, and he climbs. He goes.
No, that's the right tackle.
Yeah, I know.
The right tackle passes him off, and then goes out. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Good job.
Well run.
Beautiful.
Just wish he stayed on him longer.
Look at them. Run game.
And don't you worry.
Oh, this is one of those ones where it's like Cam Davis can be good, but his eyes are not there right now.
Now, here's what's interesting to me. There was no read game with Luke to keep the ball.
This looks like an RPO to me. This is actually the same play we saw earlier.
That we thought was straight give?
Because I got to imagine that's his read. And he does stick back here.
Yeah, he sits. Well, this should be a give.
Cam Davis needs to be a playmaker. There's something here.
Jump cut, bam, go. It's blocked up.
That ain't him.
I know.
That's just going to be a good player. Remember, he played quarterback most of his high school career.
Right. He's just trying to hit this hole really hard, and he's just not balanced enough to be able to make that cut.
And in
also not sure he's a jump cutter anyway, but
yeah, and in his defense, like he's been getting mauled behind the line of scrimmage. So it's like I need to run as hard as I can. But yeah, that's funny. The read component, that read option stuff, I don't know if they didn't rep it with Luke in practice, but he's just as athletic running the ball as Brock, isn't he?
I think that was an RPO. Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you're not going to do both, a downfield RPO and a read option.
Yeah, well, I wonder.
I wasn't necessarily meaning just that one. In general, I don't recall a lot of. We've seen 6 or 7 opportunities for Brock to pull the ball. I don't. Nope.
Yeah, this is one of those, you got to know the situation, hit this guy.
Yep.
Get the yards, hit him right here.
Yeah,
This
'cause
is
you
where
got
I was
time.
talking in the instant. I thought his eyes were not great in this game.
He's looking at him. He just
I
doesn't
don't
trust
think he
himself.
is. I think he's looking downfield.
Yeah, and that's fine. You just need, he's just slow coming off
He's
it.
slow processing this pressure too. Like you gotta know when this group ball's gotta come out.
Yeah,
'cause he's got a
Yep.
decent amount of time for this group.
Also, Landon's got to sit down. I don't like Landon zone sit. Don't keep dragging across the field. Sit down.
Yeah, he's supposed to.
Get a target.
Probably. Right. Sit here because you see this guy here. Don't run into this guy.
Our receivers love to run into coverage.
Yeah, you cover yourself.
Okay. That's your lumps.
Now you're in 3rd and 11. Not in the best position to. All right.
Story of the season. Not in the best position. Florida State 2024.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, it's just dead. That's a nice little run.
Okay, so they're trying to play games off that motion again. Still to Jaylen Brown, which I would take Malik Benson dropping it over what Jaylen Brown did.
Oh, where are you going?
Well, Jaylen Brown's now running the slant that Malik Benson ran. This guy's not respecting the out at all.
Yeah, he's right. He's stuck right on him. Good break from that corner. Nobody's open.
It is.
Nobody's open. 3rd and 11, you're dead anyway.
But you'd also like to see, this is what I was talking about in the instant. So this guy's kind of playing a rat zone. So he's playing in the middle of the field here.
Mm-hmm.
Once you see that this play's broken and your, 5th year senior or whatever wide receiver sees this, help him out, dude. I mean, I guess he's trying, but why'd you stop here in the first place?
Well, we don't run through physicality. That's
Yeah, you hit me. I'm done.
Right, his shoulders are here. If you keep running, I mean that's a big play.
What do you guys think about the variety in the passing game as far as the different routes we're seeing?
Disgusted ad nauseum already.
I've seen it's just how many Duke's defense is pretty used to this look. I know it's 3rd and 11, but it's just, we kind of have the same 2 or 3 things that we do over and over again.
The thing is,
Which is crazy. Go ahead.
I don't hate this, right? Like this motion against man coverage, you've got either releasing upfield and out or releasing upfield and in, right? That's a hard thing to cover one-on-one in space after having run this. But the problem is right here, he knows that this isn't going to go out.
Yeah.
Like these 2 routes don't look similar enough to the point of the break for him to ever be concerned about losing outside. To me, it's the route, there's not a lot of route options and flexibility, but the route running hasn't been great. These routes need to look identical and they do not.
Well, if you're going to do a couple things, you better be good as hell at them. And you better be able to, like a good pitcher, like you're saying, Kev, your off-speed stuff has to look like your fastball. You don't have to do a lot of stuff, but if you're good at it. So we have the worst combination of not doing very much and then being so poor in our technician, being so poor in our execution that you're not even fooling them with the little stuff that you're doing. So you do little and you suck at it. So you pick the worst of both worlds. And that's the FSU passing game. We're going to do the same couple things, and we're so bad at it, running it, that we're not going to put any hesitation in you at all, and you're going to know exactly what we're doing on routes that should theoretically be very hard for you to cover in man coverage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the play design. I hate the execution of those routes.
I hate the guys running the offense who allow their plays to be executed like that. That's what I hate. If you know that you have a good play and the only thing that's holding it back is execution from your wide receivers, get them to run the damn routes right. And we haven't all year.
Yeah. Is this an RPO or is this just a give?
He looks like he's reading somebody.
Right. And if he is, I don't know what he's looking for.
Oh, Ferg's in.
giving-
Fergalicious.
Just giving who left guard a blow, giving Otto a blow.
Yep. Which you got to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good run, man. They had some juice in the running game, didn't they, boys?
A little bit.
Not consistent. Like, I mean, that's
What are you saying?
nothing. He just whispered it, so it doesn't count.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is nice. This is nice.
Good run. Third and very short. Let's go, Knowles. Fast signs. That's right.
Hey.
Only the fastest.
Hey, this video is brought to you by.
We've been sponsored by Fast Signs.
Congrats to us.
It's been a long road to hoe, boys, but that's the crown jewel. That's what we've wanted.
How's that not full start?
Oh, God. Poor Cam Davis. He just gets walloped, bro. Every time, this poor child.
Oh, okay. It's fake looking in the background.
Good job by Jalen early here.
Not a great job by Ferg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ferg
smashed
What a
across
mess.
the face.
What a mess.
Yep, just stand there. Boom. Mm.
Yeah, and if he doesn't get beat so badly, then Maurice Smith might actually be able to move up to the second level.
And get the linebacker who makes the play.
Right. But since he sees this guy,
Yeah, got to bail this guy out.
A freaking touchdown.
Yeah, once again, everybody else had him blocked up. Even you had perimeter blocks at him.
I hate this offense. God, I hate it.
Do you hate what they're doing or how like the
No, I hate
execution?
how they execute things. They just
Oh, speaking of that, dude.
such a bad job evaluating. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna harp on it again.
This is
That's a good
crazy. This sucks so bad for that kid. That is such a nice throw.
it's a beautiful throw.
It's such like that sucks so bad, dude. Put that sword away, you dork. God, I hate Duke fans.
I mean, Kentrott's been pretty reliable up to this point in the season. Why he's catching it with his chest like he's a
I feel like
kid.
I feel like he's gotten. He had like one game. Has he gotten worse as the season's gone on? I feel like he was reliable. I don't know, dude. They're so inconsistent. This sucks, bro. Like, oh no, dude. Nope. Nothing good's gonna happen to you. You play for Florida State.
God, you get it. Why is that ever touching your chest? What are you doing? I don't know.
Watching that poor kid run up and think he had a touchdown. It's
I will
so,
say, that was not an easy catch. Like, he's got to catch it. That was not an easy catch.
yeah. You gotta catch it.
You do. You gotta catch it. That was a difficult catch, though.
You're a Division I player. You're getting
You
paid
gotta
money.
I hope maybe there's the issue.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's getting paid money, so
Yeah, you gotta
Hey,
that
give me some-
poor Cromie. You deserve better, Cromie. Such a sick throw. It makes me so sad for him.
so now we're in 3rd and 7.
Yeah. Duke's gonna
That's it.
eat. Yep.
Which is good because his eyes are downfield, but he's got to ID that before the snap.
Which you get that with reps, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You just got to see it.
Did they have-
You literally stuck him in against one of the most exotic defenses and blitz packages he's going to see in his career at college football.
No, it was a good it was
It's
like a
hard to know
top
if anybody's open. But I mean,
What-
every team has been doing this to you, just lining up and throwing different blitzes at you because they know that your offensive line's not handling it.
Oh yeah, Miami's gonna eat on that, aren't they?
Maybe
Put some pressure.
Duke's defense is better than Miami's.
Yeah. Well, you said with Duke before the game, they were like, what'd you say, like top 20 or something? in
Kev, don't
advanced
you worry.
stats?
I heard Reuben Baines got that your preseason quote hanging in his locker.
Dude,
I
let's
hope,
not
I hope he watches just me talking smack about him on replay.
Let's not remind anybody of that preseason show. I don't think any of our takes need to be looked at again.
Wait, somehow you got a first down.
It was a
Yeah.
handsome face.
Ah, new life.
Yeah, can you do something with it? Points before the half.
Wrong answer.
Yeah.
This is my favorite thing. I love how we do this. Teams know this.
And he hops
We get up
right
here.
next to him.
We let them get set. We're like, okay, now let's set our protections. Let's do this thing. And then Duke's like, yeah, psych, we're going to move.
We're so slow.
It doesn't matter. You just wasted a whole bunch of time setting your protection, and they just moved after you set your protection. It happens all the time.
And you got a false start on the center.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Yeah, let's set the protection. Yeah, let's do it.
I do hate. I'm with you, Adam. I hate watching this crap. It sucks so bad.
Luke K.
Throw a flag.
No one. We never get a flag.
That's all right. I don't think we deserved it. It's like I'm watching the game again. I'm cheering for him.
Take the ball to your running back.
Yeah, your running back's gonna be open.
It's a piece. Take the ball to your running back.
Yeah, that's a eye discipline. That's not a confidence thing. Or that's a lack of confidence in where your guys are going to be. Doesn't know the offense well enough to be able to hit that check down.
Yeah, just look for your first read, then run. Right.
Also,
trying to survive.
Well, his clock has now been messed up, right? Because he's been sacked a couple times. He's now moving faster.
Mm.
All right, so we're empty.
And your line dies.
Fergalicious. Look at that.
Yeah, sick job by the left side. It's so sick. What do we do? Two.
I want viewers to know this, that it's really not the most exotic thing in the world for this defensive end to go out and a blitzing linebacker to come in. Like, at this point, they
stay on him, Ferg, and Darius stay on him. Like, dude, there's no need to even exchange there.
You just stick with your guy, right?
Yeah, just stay on it. Your man blocked. Your man blocking down here. Stay on it.
It's just
Luke's
not that hard.
Luke's got a nice little curl route here. Easy 6 yards.
That's awesome that Ferg lets his guy go outside when Darius is in front of him and he sees that there's nobody there to handle the guy he passed off to. The guy he's passing off to is in front of his face.
One other thing is that Luke's looking to the top of the screen. He's looking for some route combo up here. For some reason, he feels like there's a better option up here, which I can't blame him pre-snap. But then, I mean, Landon Thomas just gets bodied off like this. That route's not doing it for me.
All right.
Let's call it there, boys, because I am aggravated.
Yeah, we were actually we were only supposed to go like 30. I don't know if you guys
halftime yet. Is it halftime?
It's almost halftime.
No, it's not even halftime.
Let's get to halftime.
We're on the pocket. 3rd and 19. You're dead anyway. Doesn't matter. Launch it. It's okay. You had no chance, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, you'd like for this defensive end to not just be able to bully your tackle and running back, push your quarterback back. But also, Duke's not.
It's
by any of this.
Yeah, you're third and 20. You're dead.
Third and 19, and not a single route went more than 15 yards.
Oh,
which,
God.
I mean, I'm not being critical of that. It's just looking at it, it feels so appropriate.
Well, you guys know what happens from there. Luke gets some. Do you think that? What did you guys think about the quarterback?
Oh, there's one more play, or I guess a couple more plays before halftime, right?
How? Oh, we get the ball back 30. Yeah, dude. Okay, 38-second drill. That's funny. Let's see what he does. Yep.
Yeah, he's seeing ghosts at this point. Does a good job buying time. Now he gets the ball out to his running back.
Like that. That's progression. It's progression from your youngster, your true freshie.
I mean, he's athletic. He's got a good arm. You can see where the ceiling is.
Oh,
Kid's
absolutely.
gonna be a stud.
It's just this offensive line is like he shouldn't be having to worry about that 2 seconds into.
Well, dude, look at how many people they have to protect. Like,
What is this route combo? This guy's just gonna run vertically into this safety that's 50 yards deep.
nobody's. I don't feel like these routes are ever running to like get open. They're just.
Well, he bends. He doesn't go to the safety.
Yeah, he does. This is actually going to be a good cover 2 beater. If he has time to throw this, that's going to be a touchdown.
Yep, because they're occupying the top side with this curl.
Yep. So this is actually a really good play call. You just need your 6-man protection to block Duke's 4 people for more than 3 seconds.
This is pathetic.
That sucks, man. Yeah, because like you said, good call.
Honestly, the pocket's not as. It's a combination of the pocket.
Well, he feels this. He sees that nickel pressure, and it panics him.
Yep. After having so much pressure before,
he steps to his right instead of trying to take off to his left. He probably got a touchdown.
Right. If he kind of buys time here and makes that throw. So that's him. I mean, we criticized him earlier for not taking off soon enough. Well, now he's trying to do it, and it's just kind of a mess. The problem is the offensive line just isn't holding a clean pocket.
No, yeah, what's the trust, man? It's like you can't blame him at this point. It's like self-preservation. There you go.
They really like this little concept here. They do it in a bunch of different forms. Kind of a little spacing concept.
That's a good route. Somebody finding space and sticking, not drifting, right? Like
Ja'Kai Douglas is your only usable wide receiver at this point.
It feels like it, doesn't it? Oh, dude, when does he? Is this the Hakeem play?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. This is a good read, a good throw, good delivery with just someone full speed in his face.
What do you see here, Adam? Dude, that sucks because he
just have no clue how to handle man stunts.
He stays in, and he takes the hit.
No clue.
I don't understand how Division I college football players are not.
Nobody.
How do you not drill this? How do you not drill this every day?
Well, the offensive linemen don't keep their head up, dude. There's no.
Listen.
What? Say what you're gonna say, bro.
Evaluated this and thought this would work. I mean,
yeah.
Come on.
Just
like my tweet. All right, make sure you.
It's because what happens. Part of the reason is because Byer's been just being beat so hard off the edge that he just fully commits to this edge rush, and like he can't afford to pay attention.
Well, nobody's got their head up, man. Like
because they're getting beat because they can't block one-on-one.
Well, their technique sucks, man.
It's a bad set by Jalen, so he gets beat up on the upfield shoulder, and then so Jeremiah's not in any kind of position to kind of fight back over top of that to stick with his man, but they aren't doing that anyway because we saw Darius blow the same protection earlier.
Yeah, but you actually see them pass it off down here. Okay.
This is your zone side down here, so
they're
attacking your man side. I mean, they're saying because they did this earlier to the left side. Remember when Ferguson and Darius screwed it up?
Yeah. So you're saying
they're going at your man. They're going at your man side of your protection and abusing it.
Because you're not physical, you can't communicate, and you play with poor technique. So it's like our 2 guys can play a little game with your 2 guys, and they're going to win every single time. And
your true freshman quarterback in the face of it throws a perfect ball.
And you got alligator arm it.
Just
wait, I want to see if I can find the moment.
One shining moment. Da, 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 da.
Oh, it's I missed it, but yeah, just be patient with me.
What are you trying to do here?
It's there.
Yup.
What is Hakeem thinking about right now?
Don't hit me, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty
There
clear
you
to
go. And that's the story of this game.
me.
Both quarterbacks,
They didn't get hit.
bro, nobody is helping these young guys out, man. God bless them. God bless Brock and God bless Luke for coming out and playing in that. What did you guys think of the performance of the quarterbacks as we kind of wrap this up? That half was the story of the game. Your defense did its job, and your offense not only did nothing, you actively did positive things for the other team, which is like negative offense somehow, which is impressive. What did you guys think of the play of the quarterbacks? Positives to build on. What would you do with the usage coming up for this next stretch of games against teams that are not Duke?
Go ahead, Kev.
Who wants to play?
Yeah.
Honestly. Hey, Luke, do you want to burn your red shirt for this? I don't know. It might be in his best interest not to do it.
Adam, what do you think? I mean, it's keep giving these kids equal opportunities. Do you like?
Yeah,
I think they announced today Brock was going to get a chance at being the starter. The turnovers weren't as bad as they looked on the first watch. What do you think about that decision?
I think you got to keep giving them both opportunities. Like they both got to keep playing to a point. Like I don't know if you want to save Luke's red shirt or whatever, but I think you got to keep rolling both of them out there. They both need to get snaps. It's clear that they need game reps to speed their processing up, see these things, and the next time it comes around that they are better prepared to handle it. Because one of them is going to be your starter next year, and you need them to be ready to roll. You can't go invest in another transfer portal quarterback.
No,
it's not worked well for you. So but like the Brock turnovers weren't all on him. We saw him need to do a better job with his eyes with some of the zone read stuff and RPO stuff. Same thing with Luke. So they need reps in the game to get more prepared for those things.
See different looks, run different plays.
I'm really optimistic about both of them. I think that there's a bright future there for both of them. You got to figure that shit out up front. You got to do it in a hurry.
Yeah, disgusting. It's a disgusting performance by that group. I know they're banged up, but they've been bad all year. I do think that they can't play the game flow thing anymore with the quarterbacks. Like wait for one to suck before they put the other one in. I think it's got to be a situation where you got to have like the third or fourth series like planned is going to be your series. I'd like to see that as a plan. Like I don't think you can be slow to pull the trigger because you really need an accurate evaluation of these guys in game situations because one is going to be your dude and you can't afford. You had Jordan Travis for a couple years and man, this is a different team with a good quarterback. You can't afford to mess up on QB evals again. You got this year and that's it. You messed up this year. You can't do it again.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
All right.
I think, yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
I was just going to say, I think both these quarterbacks, you can work with them. They're both going to be fine. I think Glenn is the better option right now. I think there's a reason they went to him in the second half. I'm not terribly upset about that, especially on a rewatch. But I mean, Luke's got a ceiling, but he's not there. It's just like the Cam Davis stuff where his eyes aren't in the right place, and the speed of the game is just too fast, and that comes with reps, that comes with practice, that comes with time, but it also, comes with growing pains, and you're going to see struggles. You're going to see things like Landon Thomas probably blocking the wrong person, or, all these young guys that it comes with growing pains. But at this point, you got to live with it but I mean, my question is who you're throwing the ball to and who's blocking for these guys. Because right now, I mean, you got Ja'Kai Douglas. He's the only functional wide receiver you have right now. I don't know what you're gonna do. Like, that room has been so horribly. It's just not at a place that's functional right now. Same with offensive line. So I have no expectations for either of these guys to succeed this year, and I don't think you should either. I don't. It almost doesn't even matter how poorly they play because they're not in a position to succeed.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to get any better in these next coming weeks. So anyway, enjoy that. But yeah, just we're gonna be here every week, point out the positives, point out the negatives, helping you get through this trying season of patience with the Florida State Seminoles. But we appreciate your patronage. Hop on over to Noles247.com. Subscribe, get on the board if you haven't. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Noles 24/7 YouTube channel. Like all that stuff. Pop notifications on. Rivalry week. Go get them, boys. Keep chopping. Love you guys. Sorry you got to watch this. Keep chopping.